little bit.
Hello.
Hey.
Just a little bit, hey?
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to what I think will be the final section of me DMing, and then it'll be over to someone else probably. And this is the third part of heading up the mountain, and we've got a little bit of a swapsy
Spoiler
again.
warning.
We've yeah. Spoilers, we're going up a mountain. And we've lost Johnny's character, Lorkel, and we've gained Suno, or Soon Zero. And
We've
I don't know why
upgraded.
that's not updating. It's changed.
Sunzo.
Sunzo.
We've
Sun.
upgraded.
Ah.
We've upgraded, have we? Interesting, cool. These sessions are recorded, so Johnny will obviously know that that's been said. And that's why we lost Johnny.
Yeah,
He is
you were here, you could defend yourself.
underappreciated. So we've got a recap. So in which I think I have more hair than I did. So this will be interesting. So
Wow.
watch my hair suddenly grow back.
3, 2, grow.
Here we go.
All right. So in this recap, the players came out of the church and they decided to go and investigate the town, get to know the villagers, and get some breakfast. So they went into the ghostly kind of possessed bartender whose name was Ayla, and they met also a sheriff called Halma, who was a Irish sounding halfling. They decided to go from there into the mountains and go and see what was happening with the storms that were up in the top of the mountain. And when they started going up there, they realized that there was a struggle going on between spring and winter, and there seems to be some kind of green man mountain god that they are currently on, and that there is some kind of winterish force opposing them. They are currently having fought, they fought against an avalanche of ice rocks coming at them, where they dipped into their divine power to be able to stop them, and they are hiding in a cave made by Lorkel, and that is where we left it.
Ooh.
There you go.
Nice hair.
You look very comely in on with long hair and also with short hair, John.
Comely.
Wow, that's
Thank
a word
you,
I
think.
Is that a question?
It's a very effeminate word for me. Thank you, Ben. I will take that. So you are all huddled inside this I don't know what Lorkel is again, what race he is. I can find out actually.
I
Lorkel
am
is
Groot.
a furbolg.
Furbolg.
That's right.
In a furbolg made cave rendered out of the mountain itself with talons, and you find yourselves in there, huddled in there with a group of burly villagers,
Ben worshippers,
and the sheriff as well, who's not so burly but is dressed in his finest sheriff's armor, and
Alma.
as giant ice boulders fall down and avalanches of snow pour over the top. And this lasts as this storm rages, and it looks like the storm continues without ceasing for hours as the light begins to fade out into night. What do you want to do?
I mean, I think Eostru was huddling in Lorkel's sort of warm, furry jacket thing to try and be protected. We're
gonna assume that Lorkel is elsewhere, and
he keeps digging.
Yeah, but we don't need to justify. We're just gonna assume Lorkel is elsewhere right now, and that Suno has always been with us. And
you don't need the fur, Ben. You have shoes.
You have shoes now. You have
Beautiful
very
shoes.
nice pigskin shoes.
I know. Is that the same as leveling? It should be.
Yeah, it is. You don't even need to level ever again because you have pigskin
Probably have
shoes.
some. They probably have some
The
arbitrary
pig,
bonus. Yes, that's right. I mean,
They're baking in
Eos just
fashion.
sort of hoping to wait out the storm. I mean, and collapses with exhaustion, I suppose, and upset and confusion.
Well, yeah, you carry the cape. You hear the same kind of voices echoing through the avalanche of questioning your divinity, questioning why you are up in the mountains. They wonder at your presence here and call you back down the mountain. And it wears at you as the storm rages overhead and the sounds of blows of striking blades echo in the lightning and the thunder above. Derek, you want
Can
to say
I
something?
go to the front of the cave and just sort of... Do I hear the storm raging out there still?
You do. The storm seems to rage unabated.
And what about the avalanche? Is that still continuing?
So the avalanche has become just a gentle snowdrift falling down over the top. Boulders still seem to fall down, but they don't seem to be coming quite so fiercely. There's still quite a danger, but it doesn't seem to be with that same ferocity that it was before.
We were trying to make it up the mountain to work out what's going on or something. Is that right? Was that the actual purpose?
So
there was going to be a mission.
Yeah,
yes.
sorry, Nathan.
So we know that the mountain is the personification of spring, and we know that that it fought winter, and it lost, and it landed here, and that's why the town turned to spring. And we know that because we spoke to it. And as you would know, Suno, as you were there, the winter is attacking, and that's why he's coming down from above, and which is why we're going up to defeat. Winter is here. Winter is coming. Winter is
You
winter.
had to say that. It was inedible. It was always heading towards there.
No, I was trying to not say it, but like say it. You know. Yeah.
Did you get a good look at winter
No, but we heard it.
when he appeared?
So we
There's nothing
heard.
inherently wrong with certain seasons. You know, it's not like they're evil or anything.
Winter's my character's very upset about winter, but no, because so essentially what happens, I touched the mountain, I spoke to the mountain through, we didn't see winter, but we heard both their voices speaking to us. And then we rolled astronomically high, and we very much worked out that one was winter and one was spring.
And one of your runes has been changed into a winter rune on your back.
Damn it, I wish you'd... Yes. So I touched it, and then winter touched me back. And that's why, me back. Me
And now
back.
we're in a relationship.
So it touched me back. And in the middle of me back is a rune that's touched by winter with frost coming out of it.
I'm pretty sure I've touched winter, and winter has touched me. Okay.
And check out your back. It doesn't look like it.
So if the weather's all right, then maybe we should go up the mountain.
Do we continue
How-
our journey? That was the point, wasn't it?
How many boulders are falling now? Like, is it thinning out of boulders?
It looks dangerous, but not impossible.
Well, you're strong, aren't you, Faradis?
I mean, I
can
wouldn't
stop a boulder.
personally go up there. But I'm not a hero, so, you know.
Of course I'm going up.
Well, the first thing we have to do is get out of here.
So the cave wouldn't have totally covered, really. It would have been, there'd still be a gap at the top, maybe.
Yeah, the cave isn't totally covered. There's the heavy snowdrift over the front of the cave. But there is still, you can see out of it. Yep.
Could I maybe sneak out?
Yep, you're quite dexterous as a monk, aren't you? So you're quite light and fleet of foot and well balanced.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could definitely make a roll on balance.
Before you make a roll,
Acrobatics?
Yes,
before you make a
here
roll,
it
I
comes.
point out, I point out over there that there's a really good spot you might be able to get out, because I basically mansplained it to you, and through my mansplaining, I gave you a plus D4 to that roll, or to your next ability check.
Could you give me a boost?
No, but I can tell you over there is good. Boosting
Really
you.
like an emotional boost.
I'll tell
Yeah.
you,
Such a
not
great
show
guy.
you.
Can I
That's a great
say,
girl.
teach a man to fish, and he catches fish, and
He did it.
yeah.
24.
Yes. You leave
Can
no trace.
Can I do the thing where, there's a tiny hole and I leap forward and slip my body straight through as it's twisting and then come out the other side and roll and stand up?
Yes.
Turn around and
no
grab
one
your hat.
sees you on the other side of it, but because you go straight through. Yep.
Nice.
We
All
would
right,
be impressed, except we can't see you.
Yeah.
I hide behind the nearest snowdrift and look up at the mountain.
Okay. You see up above the mist swirling around, and above you can see lightning striking down, and it seems to be striking down towards a higher peak and coming down at one single point.
So there's a peak between me and the one that it's striking?
So higher up, there's a peak where the lightning seems to be striking and concentrating the energies on. And it's just, if you can imagine continual lightning hitting one spot, it is an incredibly scary proposition to walk towards. But you can see it there. This area still has boulders of ice just plummeting down out of the mist, where its source and where it comes from is unknown. But just
They
out
look
of
like
nowhere,
humans,
you just
didn't they?
see there's
Not
something
humans,
elemental
beast.
about
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
and they whistle by with a rasping, sinister sound.
The boulders.
Yeah.
Can I identify a spot on the mountainside where we might be able to, if we were there, we wouldn't be seen by wherever this lightning is striking? Is there a hidden place or a place further up the mountain that I can identify where we could potentially get closer to this thing without being revealed?
Do you want to make a perception roll?
Do that.
Is he still under the roll, Nathan?
Natural
Oh my gosh. Is that natural 20?
That's a natural 20.
That's a
yes.
natural 20, yes.
Doesn't matter.
How does it manifest for you? A path appears snaking up. You see it in your mind. A path seems to appear in your mind, connecting you to the peak, and it is connected to spring. How does it appear to you?
It's a golden path that literally sort of the particles of gold rise up out of the ground and then sort of fade away and dissipate, and it stretches from my feet around the drift that I'm kind of hiding behind, and creates a way for us to get up to the mountain without actually being seen.
Almost like an illusion where the drifts create. There shouldn't be a path there, but the shapes of the snow conceal a path.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like when
you see
that's
it
amazing.
in your mind's eye. You see it, and it's plain as day. The light is setting as you see this, and the only real illumination is the lightning continuously striking. It's almost like a war zone. The bolts just hitting, and you see the visual flashes of definition of everything before it starts to go dark again.
Crazy.
I call out to my companions to join me.
Well, I'm not going up there. I'll stay here until the path clears, if you don't mind.
Is it safe? Is there a way we can get up without getting smashed by stones?
Yes, I have found the path. You need to step where I step. Follow me.
Yeah, the others in the group from the village they're all going, yeah, we're with the sheriff. We're not going to go up there. That's crazy. There's no path up there. Yes, you're out of your mind.
I'm going to go.
I'm not going up there.
I'm going to turn around and be like, we have brought you this far. Your purpose is complete. Go back and await for our next order.
Or do you want to make an intimidation roll?
Yes.
Or what's the other role that you can do? A presence or something?
Persuasion?
Persuasion. Yes, because I don't think I'm intimidating him. I'm actually being like, well done. Like I'm actually telling him good things.
Yeah.
I also teach myself how to do it first.
You teach yourself how to do it. You practice.
I practice. Oh, it just lagged out when I did it, but that is a 16, and then I can do a D4 on top of that.
So you inspire yourself?
Yes, I'm very. Oh, look, not everyone can inspire.
You could do it, Faradis.
We can do it together. Faradis.
You're so good at it.
So that's 18.
Remember that time when you gave that really good speech? Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
You're a chip off the old block.
So 18?
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Yes, we'll meet you back at the tavern. Yes, I could do with a nice fine ale. Yes, we'll all meet you down there where it's safe. But
the sheriff?
Yes.
I'm going to do lay on hands in a very open way, and on my back, my tattoos will just light up for a second as I put my hand in and go, well done, my friend. Prepare the feast for when we return.
Well, yes, all right. Yes, we will. Because the whole rock place, because it's quite dark in there, is illuminated by the runes on your back, and and he stands up slightly taller because he's a halfling.
Oh, can he grow like half an inch? Like not enough where you'd notice, but just enough where you could maybe. Not enough that you'd notice, but maybe.
Half an inch in height, or
yeah, like. We've got a comedian over here.
You guys pitch in and dig away the drift enough to kind of scramble out through the hole, and the villagers make their way down. And kudos to you guys for not adopting one of them to take with you. It's very surprising. And you head
was any
down.
of them an urchin?
You let them head down towards the tavern, towards the town, and they are very grateful to be heading down there and leaving the gods' business to the gods. And you two, Yostra and Faradis, walk out into this darkness, and then met by the flashing of the lightning, and you don't see a path at all. And all you see is rocks, these icy rocks coming out of the darkness, flying past. It's pandemonium. There's swirling mist all around you, the ice hitting you in the face, and Suno goes this direction.
Can I slap a Yostra on the back and be like, oh, Yostra, look, we can put your shoes to good use now, can't we?
It's too cold. Don't hit me. It hurt.
Oh, don't worry.
Only where I step.
Yeah.
All right. You better know what you're doing.
Do not stray from the path. I've dreamt about this. And she walks off.
You walk down the path and you see the path has moss growing along it to your eyes. You see that there is new shoots pushing their way up through the ice, and it gives you an idea of where to go. The golden light still guides you further along, but just in front of your feet you see new shoots appearing as you walk, and you both see it too. In the illuminated flashes of light. You get a sense stirring in you, Eostra, of eyes searching across the mountain, searching there as if there is someone looking out across. Like the hunter instinct in you kicks in, and you get a sense that there is something up there watching. But
Whoa,
for
I
now,
keep my hand on
you
my
seem-
sword, ready to pull it out.
I might be being
You
a
keep
bit
to
too
the-
loud. If you want to tell me to shut up, Derek, I'd be like, "Oh, you've got it." Blah, 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 blah.
Sorry, say again.
I'm just
Ben?
being loud and dwarvish. So if you actually hear that, you might want to tell me to shut the hell up.
I don't know. I think I'm confident in the path, and I'm just going to follow the path. There's enough noise around here to hide our voices. So
well, the
There's
wind,
something
the
out
wind,
there, so
The wind
be
here
aware.
is still whirling around you, and the snow and ice is hitting you in the face. But as you wind around the side, around a bluff, suddenly, instantly, the wind just cuts, and silence hits, and the lightning stops, and the rocks stop falling. And you feel a deathly quiet come over the mountain. And suddenly the path ahead, although hidden, feels very open.
perhaps some more subterfuge is required for this next part.
Very
Do I still
interesting.
sense things following us?
You sense it's coming from above you, up in the high crags. A sense of something watching. There's something about an instinct inside of your character that kicks in. You feel like a heartbeat beating above that kicks in. Something about the ranger in you, the hunter in you that is beginning to build, Ben. And
This is why I don't like Sky.
You know something's out there, and you know that it's looking and searching across the high crags.
I'm gonna be like, I never want to hear you complaining about a tunnel again, okay? Tunnels are safe.
Is it still snowing on the ground or not?
It is, but it's as if the snow has been here for a long time, leaving anywhere that you walk would leave a footprint. Your path is still quite hidden.
I'm slightly nervous
But-
and I talk when I'm nervous, just letting you know. While this is happening, I'm like, yeah.
You're not so aware of it. So Faradis and Suna, you're not aware of this same sense of being watched as Eostre is.
I think the drop of everything, all the sound dying, I'm just like, not right. Like,
Yeah, that
I mean, it feels great. It feels like there's no danger in the sense of there's no giant boulders coming towards you, and you can see a bit better. The lightning has stopped, but it's dark, but it's incredibly calm.
Let us make headway while we can. At least that wind is not so cold now. There's not so much snow going inside my shoes either.
I shall lead on.
Go.
The golden path keeps winding up, and as you walk, I'm going to get you guys to make dex rolls, or if you have something to do with climbing or something like that you think that would be more appropriate for getting up a
Acrobatics?
slippery, cold mountain.
Athletics, 23.
Yep. Acrobatics.
11.
I'm going to give you, Derek, advantage because you can see the path.
can I do
I get
athletic?
23 with
23?
advantage.
Athletics.
Yes.
Yeah, athletics should be fine.
The dice is lagging.
The dice.
19.
19. Yeah, you hold to the path. Derek, your hand goes down and touches the golden threads that are before you, and you feel suddenly a sense of pain from the ground, and the mountain shakes. You feel the whole sense of a sudden sharp pain go through the mountain, and the golden path, just vanishes.
I can reach out with my mind and speak to people or intelligences with it. Can I try doing that with the mountain?
Yep. Go for it. This will be a. I think it should be some kind of test of will to be able to do it. So I'm going to get you to make an intelligence check, or is this a wisdom-based thing for your character?
It doesn't say that it's particularly linked to a
thing,
a stat.
Okay. Maybe I'll just let it happen then, because I think if it's almost a cantrip power, is it?
Yeah, it's a innate ability of my race.
Of your race. Oh, perfect. How does it manifest for you?
For me, it's like tendrils that reach out from me and sort of tap into the mind of another person. I do need to be quite close. I need to be within 10 feet. 20 feet. And so I don't know if it's going to kind of work on the mountain or not, but I'm just going to try it.
Well, as the mountain shakes and you feel it like an earthquake shudder through the mountain, you all fall to all fours, trying to get some stability, and your hair falls down on touching the ground like tendrils, and you feel that you feel them kind of almost metamorphing into root-like structures as they touch the ground. And you reach out into the mountain, trying to make a connection to it, and you get an image of an old gnarled tree holding its arm up for protection, and you see a woman cold as ice, with a sword above her, just striking down with two hands again and again with the blade. And you see the arm has just been cut off at the elbow, and the arm falls to the ground.
Can I speak to the tree? Can I say, how do you fare?
He looks at you, and there are chunks of his bark missing from his face, and his body is just great welds of sap pouring out, and a sword lies by his side, broken into, and he mouths words to you in great sighs, but no words come out. Just the whispering of wind and trees and birds and spring. And he falls onto his elbow as the stump weeps sap.
I turn around to Faradis and Eostra and I say, we must hurry. Spring is fallen.
Spring is fall.
I get up and I start running towards the fight.
You sense, Eostra, as soon as Suno appears over onto the out off the path, that set of eyes locks on her.
Beware, something's watching. All your weapons. Are you ready?
No need to make them wait. I pull my hammer off, drop it on the ground, and start dragging it as I run forward. After
through the snow.
I'm sort of wild-eyed looking around, trying to see what hunters saw, but still trying to just sort of push Suna on if I catch her up to her.
Suna's hand, for some reason, instantly strays to her opposite wrist and pulls off a piece of wooden dowel about this big, and she grips it and it springs out into a golden quarterstaff,
Oh, that's cool.
and she starts running.
Awesome. You make it up onto the snowdrift pretty well because of your monk-like abilities, a la Legolas kind of style, I imagine. The dwarf maybe a little bit harder to
It's
do it.
the
Also,
stubbornness.
lugging a massive hammer behind you through the snow probably doesn't help as well. Eostra, what are you gonna do? You're on the lookout. Have you got a bow or are you?
No, just a rapier. Yeah.
A rapier. You pull your rapier out. As you pull your rapier out, you get a sense the eyes look towards your rapier as if it is a calling, and it shines in the darkness, and the eyes fix on you.
Cool. Bring it on.
Can I just say, I just want your character to run past me, Ben, because I'm just like, just trying to like go plow through the snow, and you just run straight after Sunos, and I'm just like, in your little pig shoes, I'm just like half, even though I'm like 5 foot nothing, I'm like up to like here with beard trailing behind me in the snow.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm just plowing through the snow, trying to get up the hill, following Suno.
All right. You feel you feel the spray of ice come down near you, Suno, and you look off and you see a shard, incredibly sharp shard of ice come down near your feet from some distance away, up in the high crags.
Can I spin my quarterstaff and block it?
Oh. Not that one there, but you feel another one come down, and it bounces off your staff, and you hear a screech of something of frustration. You guys can make perception rolls to see if you can hear what is making this thing.
I'm paranoidly, wild-eyedly looking. 21.
Honestly,
21?
I don't think I would be looking.
I don't notice either.
I wouldn't be looking because I'd be like struggling to get through the snow to get to my friends. But happy to roll
Cool.
if you want me to.
You don't notice either, Derek, because of your roll.
I got a 7.
7. Ben, you and Nathan, you're not wanting to roll. That's totally fine if you don't. Yep. Ben, you see a sickly-looking creature in deathly white, vulture-like. Its wings perhaps once could fly, but now bedraggled and broken, we're encrusted with ice, and it's sit on the back of this creature. It hefts in its hands javelin-like spears that it throws past its hunched back down towards you. Its beak-like mouth comes out, and it sneers at you, and you see in its eyes a similar look to that dark, strange ichor, that oily substance that you glimpsed in the visions, and it seems to leak from eyes that once held eyeballs but now seem to just disappear into nothingness, and they leak from it. This creature echoes perhaps some kind of celestial being once, but now it's no longer anything. It defies definition, much like yourselves, but a mockery of that.
Look ahead. What is this hideous thing?
And it watches you, and it hates you for something. You feel it's utter hatred, and it despises especially what you hold, Eostra, in your hands. You see it burns with hatred for it, and yeah. It hefts another thing into its hands. You see ice form in it, and it throws it down towards you, Derek, again, being the closest, and you spin it. You spin your staff and deflecting another shard of ice, and you see frustration in its face as it screeches, and it reaches down and pulls out a long wicked pole spear in its two hands and leaps down into the snowdrift with you.
Eostra holds out her rapier sort of threateningly, and says,
What are you? Who are you? Where are you from?
You see it try to choke out words, but it doesn't seem to be able to articulate it. And when you see something struggling within it, but as it does, that same oily stuff seems to leak from its eyes, dripping down its beak, and it sort of twitches and then it stops and its head goes to the side, bird-like, and fixates on you again.
Does it look like a fallen celestial? Like, does it have echoes of anything?
It does. It has an
have
echo
vague
of
memories
grandeur about it, but no longer.
Paradis is gonna yell out, I think it's got something caught in its throat. We'll have to help it. And I pull out the hammer and start like trying to get on top of the ice and go running to like as if running towards it.
Yeah. You pull out your hammer and the runes appear on your back, glowing behind you, illuminating the light behind you, and you see it again. Its head snaps around to you now and fixates upon you like a magnet, just straight on you, and you are now its focal point.
Nice.
Good. Wouldn't have it any other way. And I pull
So
out
we
my
had this
shield.
weird thing when we
With all
got
my
into combat
armor.
last time. We kind of slipped into like kind of these patterns as if we were quite familiar with each other's sort of tactics and things, and it's sort of we almost slip into being other people, or like the people we are. So kind of him doing that, I immediately kind of start to wheel round just aside a bit to then time a rush at it with my rapier, which will match when Faradis arrives with his weapon, so we can sort of flank it and get the best advantage against it at that moment. And I'm assuming Suno's going to do something similar.
Yeah, I'll take the other flank. But I'm
Well, Suno,
letting
you're
Faradis
circling
take the
around
lead.
because you're first. You're ahead of the others coming in. So although Nathan's drawn its attention, you are at the front.
Whilst its focus is on Nathan, I'm going to do a very live dive roll and get to its side and then strike it if I'm able.
Yeah,
we're
shall we jump
all going to
into-
try and arrive simultaneously, basically.
Yeah.
Shall we jump into
Can I do one thing before we
cheers.
jump in?
Yeah.
As I run forward to
Is that-
maintain, as Derek dives around,
I'm
to
going to
maintain his,
inspire you.
as to maintain the attention of the beast, I'm going to do bless as I run in. If that's okay.
Well, what does Bless do?
Bless gives up to 3 creatures around me a plus D4 on attacks, on attack rolls or saving throws.
Cool.
So me,
That is
Suno,
awesome.
and the bird. No, I mean, Yostra.
1d4.
And I just do it. I do it to go along and say, "Hey, don't forget me." And as you dive backwards, he kind of looks towards you, and then I start yelling at him to look back at me to give you that kind of like advantage. That's all. I just want to do that as I'm running in.
Yeah, cool.
Dex 15 for the initiative.
Where is this features?
It's just a dex bonus.
Oh, is this a dex bonus? Oh, sick.
Yep.
I get a 9.
I get a 6.
11.
All right, so 9 for Derek. Is that right?
Yep.
11 for Nathan and Ben.
Eostra.
15 for me.
15. All right. So, do you want to delay? Does anyone want to delay? Because you guys have the run of it, and you were talking about the idea of starting to move into familiar patterns.
Yeah, I just wanted to flank, so we all arrive at the same time, so we all get the best advantage when we attack.
Yep. So you're going to delay and let Derek
move in, yeah.
Move in, and then Nathan, do you want to do that as well, or do you want to jump in, or?
I think my feeling is that I jump in, give myself shield of faith, and then jumping into the battle.
Okay, so Suno and I will attack on opposite sides of it, yeah.
Yep.
Excellent.
All right, so who's jumping in first?
Nice.
You go first, Ben.
I suppose I'll roll, yes.
Okay.
8 on the attacker roll.
All right, yeah. So you attacking the creature. The creature moves out of its way with preternatural speed.
Nasty. That's the only weapon I have.
Alrighty. I am going to strike it with the first one is a 9.
Not enough.
And the second attack.
Oh, I had advantage. I forgot about that. Okay, I'll roll my advantage.
Do you want to do it?
I'll roll that after Derek.
After Derek.
Oh wait, I get to roll D4 as well.
Yeah,
I forgot that
D4.
too.
Does an 11 hit? Probably not.
11 does not hit. No.
All right, and then the flurry of blows. After you take the attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. So here comes the first one. That's a 11 as well, so that doesn't hit. And the next one.
Do these also have 1d4 attached to them as well?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
An 18
Yes.
is the last one.
That is a hit. A palpable hit.
All
I do
right.
declare.
That's a 7.
Whoa, 7 points of damage?
Yep.
That is okay. So
yes,
describe what
distracted by.
happens.
Okay, yeah.
Your bow is this with your bow staff?
Yes.
All right.
Quarter staff.
It strikes out and smashes into one of the wings, and you see them go snapping, and it flies off.
Wow, so it is fleshy.
It is fleshy, yeah. It seems to be coated in an ice, but the flesh seems desiccated by age. Not undead, but old.
So literally distracted as it is then by that blow, I rebalance, shake my head as if I didn't know what came over me, and re-press the attack with the advantage roll, and roll a 2. So even worse, 11 total. 9 total. Wow.
Okay.
Elstra's lost her mojo since that crisis of confidence.
All right. So it screeches out a silent cry and strikes out towards you, Derek, with its pole spear, trying to skewer you to the snowdrift. And it got a 13. Oh no, you are
Oh
silent.
no, Derek, you are muted.
We've lost your audio.
Sorry, I muted myself while the plane went over. I deftly sidestep.
Okay,
I
yeah,
have
you
a
swiftly
armor class.
sidestep the lumbering strike. You are feeling something from this creature. It seems like Nathan, your runes draw cold, and you feel your memory of this space and the memory of how you got to be in this land seems to be starting to become hazy. As if a fog around you is forming.
That's not good.
All right, over to Nathan.
I'll have to do this quickly. I go up and I'm just like, you needed to speak. Speak to me. And I just hammer straight directly on its head, just like,
Yeah.
just going big.
hammer some sense into him.
That's right. Whoa. All right, I got 22.
Yep, that's definitely it. Damage did you do? Oh no, now you're silent.
Now you're silent.
Oh, what?
Oh my goodness. What is going on with this group? Silence spell.
Oh, that's funny.
Let us know when we can hear you. I don't know, can't hear you yet. Talk for us.
No.
Hello. Sorry about that.
Yay!
So
Yay.
I smack him in the side of the head for a 22, and I can do an extra 1d4, but I don't think I'll need to for this one.
You don't, you hit. How much damage did you do?
I'm going to do that now. So that's... I do... It's rolling 11.
11. All right. You chop the spear out of his hands, and it goes flying away as you smash into his beak. You glance at his beak and knock the weapon out of his hands. Just then, you how much did you do? 11. Just then, you hear, you feel the mountain shake, and a cry of pain goes through all of you. And Derek, you get a sense of a flash of an image as a sword comes down, and another arm is cut from the body.
So the person that's attacking Spring or the tree is not the person that we're facing?
It looks like, no, they seem to be different.
Oh. Quick, my friends, we must dispatch this creature. The real battle lies ahead. Whose go is it?
Indeed. Let me just get my balance.
I'm going to attack it.
Try and get little one.
Shake my head. Her long, curly locks dislodging snow, which has formed there. She wipes across her forehead to try and clear the eyes. Slaps herself in the chin and with her offhand, and then drives forward, screaming out in teenage rage. Are we still flanking?
Yep.
Yep.
That's better. Okay, lots and lots and lots and lots.
He's lost a wing. He's not mobile. Not that he could use his wings anyway. They were crippled.
26 to hit.
Yes, hit.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's how you do it.
So 14 hit points of damage drives this rapier hard into the center, into its guts. If it's made of flesh, if it's made of flesh, then that's where she's aiming. Yeah.
Yeah. You skewer this creature through the stomach, and it falls to its knees, but it is still alive. Its eyes are leaking the oily liquid down, dripping from its beak as it looks down at the cursed weapon stuck through its stomach, and how it hates this weapon. And you feel a sudden pain of your own as a blade goes through the heart of the mountain.
Oh.
The creature. Now everyone's gone. Is that right?
Yep.
I was.
Suno
it was
has,
me, and then Suno. Yeah, Suno. Yep.
Have you gone?
So Suno's go?
Yep.
Yeah, my go.
Yeah, Suno, you should go, yes.
Right after me.
Cool. I will do the flurry of blows again.
Oh, this thing's gonna get smashed in the ground.
So that's a
Drive it into my sword or drive it off perpendicular to my rapier.
Drive it into the sword.
yeah. That's a 16 and 18.
An 18 is enough. You guys are rolling really high in the second part of this.
That's
the first
right.
part you were like
Finally.
rolling really.
Nice. Another 7 points of damage there, and then the flurry of blows.
Oh, you
the
don't
first
need
one
to
is a
roll the-
natural 20.
Yeah.
How does this thing get destroyed?
So it takes another 14 points of damage.
Yeah,
I
you
think.
you can do whatever you want to this creature right now within reason.
Where are
It's
your
on my
bastards?
sword. It's on my sword, so I
you've
reckon
skewered
drive it
him
off my
through.
sword. Yeah.
Yeah, the tip of my golden staff glows as it swings around and smashes into the back of this creature, and it slides off Eostra's sword and splats onto the ground with the ichor weeping out of its eyes and its wounds.
And as you,
Body.
can I add one thing? As you do that, as it shatters on the ground, the golden path restarts appearing as if it was hidden by the
cool.
creature.
Oh,
I love it. That is such a cool
cool.
touch.
I like it.
As if it was hiding.
Yeah, the snow melts and a path of wildflowers and grasses appear.
Which we can all see.
Yeah, which you can all see ahead of you.
Beautiful.
And the storm comes
And
back.
you guys,
Run! Run
guys
up the path!
run. But yeah, the lightning and the storms gather around the peak. It
was an illusion.
And you feel it. Sooner you feel that the decapitation, the sword rises for the final blow, and as the life force leaks from the mountain, and you run as fast as you can up, and you've never run as fast, but hunters know swift paths and easy footing, and it would seem that Eostra's knows the way of the wild paths maybe better than anyone, and the beat of the wild is a path that she has trodden centuries upon centuries, and you notice something change in Eostra over this, something like almost a metamorphosis takes over her as a wild hunt is sounded, and Eostra, what kind of thing would a huntress have that would give speed to the group?
Well, I mean, this is the young goddess that's manifesting it, because this is not the grown goddess that you see formalized in the church. In fact, painted as some sort of austere middle-aged woman wielding a large sword. This is the Eostra of youthful creation. With flowers sprouting where her feet land, and her robe, like she's only got this big fur coat, but it seems like her hair streams back like tassels of fabric. And there's it's like she draws the wind with her, which is fluttering full of leaves and butterflies and flower petals, and they're actually, everyone sort of flows through. So same way a ranger or someone in tune with nature flows through the nature, like as if the trees and brambles and things aren't there. The same thing, everyone else feels that and is caught up in that kind of ecstasy of just being almost at one with the ebb and flow and the way nature breathes in and out, dancing from flower to flower,
effortlessly moving, and you feel that the mountain could almost be downhill.
I have
Sorry.
no. I was saying, in my head, it feels like I'm watching you, and it's like all these versions of you are going out, but only the one.
Yes.
It's like you're taking every path, but only one is actually where you were going. It's like you're like different shadows are going out and kind of like going over the path, but you've chosen the right path, but you've done so through many trials, and it's just And
And she's certainly not wearing pigskin
That should be a
shoes
suit- that should be
or a big cheap, or a big inexpensive but warm woolen jacket. She's just in flowing tendrils of hair and fabric and flowers, and
With
that's the vision.
amazing
That's
shoes.
No shoes, bare feet on the ground is what she appears.
Not pigskin
Nice.
shoes.
Not pigskin shoes. That's disgusting.
You move as if you were moving downhill or moving with the wind, and time and distance seem to just vaporize.
That's cool.
And within moments, the peak and the lightning, as if the lightning itself has frozen in that one brief moment, illuminating as you open into a small clearing where the snow falls onto a beautiful, lush, forested clearing, but the snow doesn't seem to touch the ground yet. It seems to evaporate before it even hits the lush spring soil. And in front of you, you see a lady of snow, and how she appears to you is how you would imagine that to be. Perhaps she is old. Perhaps she is young and cruel. Perhaps she's three people. Perhaps she is a child. And on the ground, at first seems to be a tree fallen, but yet perhaps there's also an old exiled king, or a beggar man, or a green-skinned human with stag horns coming out of his head, or something yet more strange and mysterious, and yet injured and sad. And he's fallen, and he is wounded, and he is on his last breath, and a sword is above his head, and it is about to come down. And Suno, you notice, and this is something that you really resonates with you, that as a monk, the balance is about to be broken, and this is not how it should be.
I step between them without hesitation.
And is there an action you want to do as you step in between them?
Well, I'm looking to knock the sword away from its killing blow.
Using your staff, or your staff changes in that moment. What would it change into?
Well, it would change from a wooden staff with the gold tips to just a solid rod of metal, of a golden metal, but something more potent than gold, probably adamantine. And the runes along the shaft's length glow and light up in a golden light. And at that point, the blast of cold air flies my red hair out on either sides as the two weapons strike one another.
Yeah, you bring it up, and you feel that utter chill come down through the adamantine bow, and you've never felt such utter numbness hit your body, and yet you are adamant. You are stoic. You hold your ground, and you maintain that balance where there is complete imbalance in this moment. Something has completely thrown the balance of this out of, and you feel that spring is weakened and is slowly dying, and you hold and take its place for a moment, just a moment, enough to pause. And as the sword clangs against your staff, and you see it there, Faradis and Eostra, and perhaps you perceive it differently to how Suno would recollect it later. Perhaps you all have different stories on this moment, and but it happens in a moment of balance, and she looks at you and utter bewilderment that you would step between this ancient feud that has been going on since the beginning of seasons, and that you would dare to take away this glory moment that is hers by order of nature. And Eostra, you feel that too, that this is how the hunt works. This is how seasons work. This is the moment. And part of you almost goes, no, let it happen.
Oh.
And you almost step in and try and move Suno out of the way, but then another part of you realizes that no, something very wrong has happened here. This should not even be happening here on this earth. And a balance of a much larger scale has occurred and needs to be set right. And you pull yourself back and stop yourself from stepping in any further. The lady in white steps back and regards you, Suno, and then for the first time notices Eostra and Faradis as well. By what right have you stepped in between us?
The balance of nightmares and dreams must be maintained. What you do here upsets the balance.
To here upsets the balance.
Something is very wrong. Do you not sense it? Why would
Look
you
at your-
slay your friend like this?
I am the winter and here's the spring. And the seasons have turned.
The winter walks hand in hand with the spring. One passes the baton to the next. The world is in order, but you have destroyed him, injured him, almost brought him to an end.
I am the winter and here's the spring, and I am. You see this. She's a complete confusion starting to come over her, and I am. And what am I doing here?
What are you doing here? Who sent you here? Why are you battle here on the surface of the earth? Much damage is being done below. The little people who live their normal lives are being crushed and rained with lightning, and mountains are moving.
And
Who sent you here?
No, I must fulfill this. This is my purpose.
Who
This
gave
is
you this
why
purpose?
I am. She touches a lip, and you see an oily residue start to appear. Like you notice on her fingers an oily residue. I am the winter, and he is the spring. I am the winter, and he is the spring. You see the triple chanting start to appear. And is this small child about to strike down a god? I am the winter, or is this old woman about to kill this tree? I am the winter, and he is the spring.
As you go, I'm just going to go lay hands on her and see if I can give her shock her into some sort of healing. It might not do anything, but just see if.
How is that going to manifest? Do you think? How do you see your laying of hands? How does it appear to you as your domain?
You can see on the back the frost, the frosty rune shard out, and it just gets starts growing on my back, and I kind of put my hands down by the side and go, no! And I just rush forward and just place my hand and go, you need to remember.
That's cool.
Winter does not forget.
And so you're going to channel the winter in you as well as your own
So
domain?
I'm actually
Is that the idea?
Yeah, so I'm basically destroying or increasing the winter in me to be able to channel through that healing in using the power that was left on me as a means of being able to amplify whatever I have to be able to use the limited healing I can do to be able to actually heal a god using her power, essentially.
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. You see Faradis's runes glow white, ice white, and cold blue as they ripple across his back. And Faradis, you feels the chill go through his body, and you place your hands. Your hands strike out.
Yeah, so it's I can
towards
either
her?
yes, they kind of like come out as if like the runes keep going. So the writing on my runes go down, but as I put my hands forward, it's as if the runes start appearing in front of me.
They ripple out.
They ripple out as
Oh,
if there's
wow,
runes
cool.
going forward, as if like stones are forming in front of my hands that are the runes, as if they were
That's
there
cool.
the entire time, but they were never there. And they
Like
go
a
forward and
Stonehenge of runes around him.
and then as they link, you see the shards of ice just go streaming down my hands through the runes, rippling through like blood as they hit her. And it actually has the ability to cure disease or neutralize a poison. So I'm kind of channeling that ability of it
Nice.
to even give her a moment of clarity. That's all I'm aiming for.
You create the rune circle around her as she's chanting, and her sword is raised up above her, and you feel the power come through you, and you feel a hand reach out and touch your foot, and warm sunshine seems to emanate through your foot as grass grows up around it, and you feel strength growing up through you, and a sense of life essence enter into you. And the mountain has always been your friend. It's always been your people's friend, and it has always been a safe place for your kin.
Can I just
And
say,
you feel it now as strong and dependable as the rock aids you, and
cool.
you feel it all around her. The runes manifest, and she just begins to scream as you see this black, oily substance just start spraying out of her mouth. You dodge out of the way, Suno, as it lands on the grass.
Can I do something there?
Yeah.
I sort of dodge out of the way and step around behind her and channel my key and hit 2 pressure points on her back to kind of
Yes.
expel this out further.
2 key points. You impart your key energy into her, and you see 2 glowing runes appear on her back at just the right key points to unlock her chi. And you see this webbing of her veins. Well, at least perhaps her veins. You're not exactly sure what this blackness is that seems to flood through her, but it seems to be drawn up like sucking the venom from a wound as it draws up towards her mouth. Ben, do you want to do anything in this moment? Strike her head off?
That's right.
I do an uppercut.
Stabbing her with my rapier.
Do again.
I think I could probably grab her chin and gaze into her eyes and just sort of declare to her,
You are strong. Resist. Resist with me. Resist with us.
She looks into your eyes, and you see her crying out, and her whispers of "I am the winter, he is the spring" grow weaker and weaker, and then finally she cries one last painful screech, and as the last of this black oily substance seems to just explode out of her and up into the air. Ben, you may be the only one that experiences it, but something touches you. you feel something, and you're not sure what it is, but a darkness, a something moves past you. And I'll let you experience it, maybe explore that for yourself. But you were in front of her, and perhaps something touched you on the way out. But you're not sure. You're not sure what it was, but something, something sinister moved through you for a moment, as it was expelled from her body. And maybe it left something. Who knows? But I'll leave that with you.
Could be
I'll leave
anything.
that with you. She collapses to the ground. A small child now, dressed in simple white garbs.
She can't remember anything, John.
She's unconscious.
Is it still snowy? Like it's warm here because of the...
It's warm here. You look around and you see that there is an old tree, gnarled and
tree all right?
broken behind you.
Quickly attend. I attend to Spring because Spring's my friend.
Yeah, I do the same.
And I think that I might leave it there, and I'm going to let whoever GM's next work out where it should go from here, because I feel like that would be a nice kind of place to leave it. Or I could open up to the next bit. What do you guys want to do? Would you like me to wrap it up here, or tag it on and let the next GM take the story from here?
I mean, I feel like that's a great place to pause.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's killing me. Like, I want to know what happens, but I think that's what it needs to be.
Yeah. Because anyone could kind of come up with what the tree symbolizes, what the girl's going to be like, and then where you want to go from here.
Yeah.
I've got some ideas on what could happen here, but like, it'd be more fun if some other DM just came in and took the story from here and did whatever they want to it from here.
I like it. Yeah, that's
the tree
perfect.
could not even be animated. It could just be a tree.
That would be a disappointing ending. If it was a tree and just a girl that we ran into the side of the mountain, that was just it. Like,
that's so cool, John.
Anyway,
that was amazing.
Awesome.
Oh my
I don't
god!
know how to recap that, but there you go.
Yes, you get to.
You get the fun job. That was amazing. Oh my god!
Wow, super cool.
Well done,
Awesome.
John. That was
Maybe
amazing.
that gives everyone a little bit more of their character on where they want to go from here.
Certainly did.
Lucky.
Oh, that's amazing.
Cool.
Oh,
Awesome.
That was really cool.
Thanks everyone.
Yes, thanks everyone.
And
Bye.
see you all in
Good
the
night.
next one.
And then I go, thanks for
Let me
watching.
go.